People wonder and ask, how are these people getting to round 29 or 30 and even 31? For the first time, I will show you how I pass a map to gain those coveted bonus stars just for advancing to the next round. All you need is 1 star to pass, and even though not anyone can get to this point, this will be the goal you will work towards when building your strong team of survivors. Let me warn you now, this will be a very long video, so you may want to bring some popcorn. Let's begin the mess. First up is shelves. Shelves is all about thinking what the walkers will do next turn and preparing for it. I will be using 3 scouts for their distance to pass this map. The only thing that I require are for my scouts to all have the wrestling armor. When the challenge starts, first look at the position of the walkers and I will try to highlight my thinking process. Your goal is to have 1 scout grab the first lock and also block this entrance. By blocking this area, these walkers will start walking the other way around the bookcase. You want a nice, clear path for your next move. Keep in mind that Gabriel is expected to get grabbed here. That way, the walker that's in front of him will also clear the path. Once you get a nice clear path, move your healthy survivors with green bars to the other locks. Keep in mind that you need to position these scouts in such a way that my scout, Wham, will be able to reach the furthest shelf next turn. Wham will grab the 3rd bookcase while Glenn grabs the middle. You also need to look around and see where you can place Gabriel so that he is the only one that is safe from getting attacked. I chose this closed space because I know Wham will preoccupy these walkers, while Glenn gets grabbed by the armored walker spawning right next to him. Once you are in the clear, just carefully make it to the exit line. Sometimes you have to risk getting tapped by a walker when you walk by, but that is the chance you are taking for this map. Next is caged goods. Caged goods is pretty straightforward. I use melee only because they are my strongest damage team and they do not spawn too many walkers. This map requires killing, but if you can, try to get grabbed by the higher level walkers if you want an instant kill. The goal is to kill them one by one as best as possible and grab the locks. As you make your way to the last gate, just stand behind them and use Overwatch to kill the level 29 that's roaming around. If you happen to come across the spawn, then kill those walkers using your wrestler if possible. Now, just because the spawn arrived, that doesn't mean that it's gonna come after you. When you're in that room, for some reason, the new spawns get confused and they start walking upwards towards the map. Once you grab the last lock, head to the exit and you should be good to go. Sweeping the cellar requires two things: patience and ruthless. For this challenge, I use Wham for her interrupt ability, and I use two ranged classes. My shooter is the star of this map. My shooter has ruthless armor and the charging trait on his weapon for maximum damage power. The goal here is to constantly get a charge up for the shooter, who will be my main heavy walker killer. This map is extremely fun in my opinion. The reason is because it requires skill, patience, and some kiting. This is the kind of start out layout I love to play with. Why? Because there's only one walker that can reach my team, and the heavy walker that is nearby is unaware. Unaware walkers mean they will roam around and not disturb you unless you aggravate them. First, kill the walker that is near you, and we will take care of that level 28 armored walker right away. The goal here is to get a charge as soon as possible so you can unload on the armored walker before he gets to us. Unfortunately, I had to use my charge to kill those two walkers, but it's okay, because I can interrupt the armored walker using my scout a few times while I charge up the shooter again. Now you can pick the walkers off one by one while they are unaware. If you shoot a walker that is in a group, the surrounding walkers around it will start roaming. I decided to shoot that level 28 heavy walker because I am at a good distance to kill it before it reaches my team. Meanwhile, I will use the surrounding normal walkers around that heavy walker to charge up my team again. Once I get a charge on my shooter, I will grab another heavy walker and start to kill it using the space provided. As you can see, I am charging up all my survivors just by picking the walkers off one by one. It's just rinse and repeat until you get all the charges you need to kill a heavy walker before it reaches you. If you tap on the walker, you can see how much health he has left. Sometimes it helps to know how much health is left so you can make the decision if you want to use a charge ability to finish him off. Just be smart about your next shot and you will see how charges can make this map super easy. The more space you have in the room, the easier to finish the last few walkers that are left. Just clear the remaining walkers and you're done. Now for our favorite map, Reverse Escape. I don't think you can hear the sarcasm in my voice, but this is a shitty map. Do you use ranged? Do you use melee? What the hell do I do? This is a very difficult map, and there isn't much advice I can give except survive. This is why I use Gabriel, who will be opening the gate, because I need his leader trait to give me some luck. I use 3 melee and I want to reduce the threat as much as I can because the walkers are so much higher level than me and I only have 2 survivors to help me kill them. Like I said, you just need luck and hope that the roaming walkers kinda leave you alone so you can take care of the ones that are around you and aggro. At the same time, you'll want to use as much defensive armor as possible to withstand a few hits, and of course, the wrestler armor. My only goal is to try and survive and use any means necessary to protect Gabriel, who is the one unlocking the gate. When you get into this mess and there's only 1 turn remaining for the gate to open, You need to try and position your survivor so that Gabriel is not touched. I can use Glenn as one of the bodyguards since he has the wrestler trait available, and I can use Wham to interrupt one walker. I will position it so that Gabriel is unharmed and the gate will open. Exit, and now you can celebrate. Next is the room. Now you will not like how I explained to get 1 star for this map because it requires 99% luck. The only way I usually pass this map is if I can get to the exit by opening less than 6 boxes, and they all need to be on the bottom row. I know this isn't the strategy you are looking for, but it is the quickest way. And it is very time consuming since you constantly have to wait for your scout to heal up in the hospital. I make sure to bring Gabriel for his leader trait for an increased chance to dodge. When I'm about to pick the first 3 boxes, I make sure my best geared and 4 pink scout is closer to the group of walkers since she can take a few hits. I grab the locks that are the farthest away from the exit first. If you grab the 3 locks and it accomplishes the mission objective, then you just got lucky. My scouts have wrestler trait and very good defense armor so that I can take a few hits if I need to. If I have to open 3 more crates, I position my scouts in such a way that my weakest scout is farthest away from the walkers, and my strongest scouts will take the damage. Since Wham has a wrestler proc available, she will be placed near the group so that my other 2 survivors are safe. Once you make it, you are clear for home. Last but not least, Handrails is the last map on this video. This is the same strategy I used on my other video. I use a hunter, a scout, and a shooter, and the goal remains the same. Kill the hunter as soon as possible. Place your scout in the first slot before you enter the mission. This way, the scout will start on top and she can basically run all the way to the bottom of the prison using her distance and help kill walkers near the bottom 2 survivors. While you're clearing the walkers that are near you, try to gain a charge ability on your shooter. The shooter will need to kill the hunter as soon as possible. Unfortunately for me, the hunter moved close and took a shot, and now my survivors are heavily injured. He is an asshole. But it's okay, because 2 stars is still better than 1. Once the asshole is dead, the rest is easy. Keep clearing any walkers that are near you and use a charge to kill off the scout that is hiding behind the sandbag. I'm going to use an interrupt to lure that savior near me so that I can kill him with the scout. That way, not only did I kill that stupid savior, but I can also kill that walker nearby. Then just run to the exit with your scout and move him up again and ignore the bruiser. You are done. I know some of these walkthroughs was not what you were expecting, but at least you can see how some people can get to those high rounds using those techniques. It's not for everybody. Thanks for watching, and please hit thumbs up if you want more of these kind of videos.